For a long time, the origin of this sample was one of the biggest mysteries on the internet, with tons of theories and even more confusion. A sample hunt that took almost a decade for a track that's over 500 years in the making. This is the full chronology of Ginseng Strip 2002. The story begins in the early 1500s after a rich merchant has a miraculous encounter that convinces him to give away all of his wealth to charity. He then spends his life traveling the region, writing and sharing devotional music to as many people as possible. This composer, singer, and philosopher was named Purandara Dasa, and for his standardization of the methods for teaching this music, as well as the vast amounts of music he wrote, he's considered the grandfather of what's called carnatic music. One of these pieces written by Purandara Dasa is titled Anayu Karedare. Let's jump forward a couple hundred years. In 1993, a talented vocalist versed in classical Indian music named Bhagya Murthy recorded her version of Anayu Karedare at Stung Music Studios in Singapore. The following year in LA, a man named Eric Persing noticed that there was a growing market for sounds to fill all the samplers that were becoming increasingly more affordable. So, Persing and his wife Lori created a music company called Spectrasonics, which initially focused on creating sounds that were meant to be sampled. As the company worked on expanding its sound library, one of the first sample packs they released was with the help of a group of people in Singapore who were creating their own collection of sounds, which included Bhagya Murthy's version of Anayu Karedare. This vocal passage was chopped up into sound bites and then included on Spectrasonic's 1995 sample pack titled Heart of Asia. This sample pack, like many others by Spectrasonics, became an early staple in music production. Over a decade later, Dublab, a non-profit internet radio station, created an art and music exhibition in collaboration with Creative Commons called Into Infinity. As a part of this art project, they asked musicians to create audio loops that were free to sample by anyone. Day Mouse, a Japanese DJ and electronic music producer, was one of those musicians who participated, and he created the now famous Loop 61 by pitching and chopping Bhagya Murthy's vocals from the Heart of Asia sample pack. It's this loop that Swedish producer Young Good sampled in 2013 for rapper and fellow Swede Young Lean's Ginseng Strip 2002. While the story of the sample is crazy, what's even crazier is that Ginseng Strip 2002 was basically just a sound check to see if the mic was working that ended up becoming the final version of the song. And we made a free plugin that syncs all of TrackLib to your project. Get it in the TrackLib desktop app or at tracklib.com/connect.